All right, it's February 18th, 2024, and we're leaving Looking Glass Falls.
A place you gotta see.
You gotta see it. And we're headed to Waynesville. Never been on this road. It's Highway 276, correct?
I think so.
All right, so we're going to experience for the first time, and if you've never been here, you can get a glimpse of what it's like. Some of these mountain roads, if you don't like heights, are kind of sketchy, so I like somebody showing me what it's like ahead of time. So,
if I can do it, you can do it. I would say if you're an inexperienced driver driving at very high heights in the mountains on very narrow roads, very windy roads, I wouldn't suggest you drive down here in a vehicle bigger than a minivan. I wouldn't suggest that you tow anything or drive a motorhome if you're an inexperienced driver.
Or if you're as deadly afraid of heights as me, if I had to do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
But I would not want to attempt it when I've got the queen of driving here beside me that doesn't mind doing it.
And I will also say I can do it, and I have done it, but I prefer to drive these roads when it is daylight, because once it gets dark, it can be even more treacherous. But I'm a big fan of using my hazard lights in traffic situations, in windy mountain roads in the dark situations, when it's really rainy and stormy. I'll use my hazard lights, and I will take the chance on getting pulled over for if I have them on and I'm not supposed to. So there's that. So just come prepared, and when you plan your itinerary, again, don't be like I was, like, oh yeah, we can drive to 27 town centers and see them all within an 8-hour span of time and get there in enough time to check in and get our firewood. And no, you can't, okay? Especially in these mountain towns. Like I said, it's to get to Tryon, right? Is that right? From us to Tryon is what, about an hour?
It was an hour, yeah, something like
hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And it's only like 38 miles. Okay, so that gives you an idea of you're going to be traveling. You're not on traditional interstates or highways where you can go 55, 70 miles an hour. You're on mountain windy roads. In some spaces, some places you can only go like 25 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour. But for the majority, it's what, between 35 and 45 miles an hour. 45 if you're lucky.
Even on the interstate, they have, a 7% grade and an 8% grade. So you're going up and down a mountain, even on the interstate, which you can get your speed up. But
like if you're traveling, if your whole trip is centered around, if your whole trip is centered around places like the Natchez Trace, don't think you're going to get through the Natchez Trace in a day. It may only be, 7 hours?
Yeah.
From Natchez to Nashville. Don't think you're going to, because there's too many things to pull off and look at. There's too many side roads. There's too many lookouts. Same way with Blue Ridge Highway, Blue Ridge Mountain Highway, and then these
the sliding rock.
Yeah, these national.
$5
there's
access.
Too many places to pull off and see. Just like if you're going to go to Chimney Rock, or if you're going to Klingman's Dome, for instance. If you're going to Klingman's Dome from Gatlinburg, don't plan on being there any less than 3 hours. Okay? Because if you think you're going to rush through all of this stuff, you're not going to enjoy yourself. You're going to feel rushed, and you're going to be like, we're missing stuff. So don't plan a trip for 2 days to see stuff that's going to take 5 days. You know what I mean? I've never been to Disney, but from what I believe, you're not going to book a 2-day vacation at Disney because there's way too much to see, right? Am I right?
Right.
So, oh, look, a little mini waterfall right here on the side of the road.
Yes.
Hi, mini waterfall. There's that. So, yeah, and you also have to plan your trip around seasons, okay? So we're here in the winter time. It's February. It's February 18th, by the way. February 18th, 2024. And we're staying at Gorgeous State Park. And we're staying in a dry cabin. You can book these online. You have to account for the season, though. So in the winter season, a lot of the businesses are closed because their bread and butter is spring and summer, when you can get out on the water and do water sports and adventure stuff. Okay, so plan for that. Also plan that you don't know what the weather's going to be like from one day to the next. You don't know if it's going to rain. All of that.
Also, if you've never been to the mountains, like she talked about Klingman's Dome, if it's 70 degrees in Gatlinburg, it might be 40, 50 degrees up on Klingman's Dome.
Up on Klingman.
So higher you get, the cooler it's going to get.
Right.
So you might need a winter coat.
And if you're planning your getaway for summertime, you better plan on adding 2 or 3 more hours to every attraction, everything. Like Cades Cove, to drive through Cades Cove in the summer, you better add about 3 hours onto your itinerary. Am I right?
Right.
That's in the summertime. That's going to be an all-day thing because they are covered up. So where we just came from, the falls, we got a really great space. We were maybe 5 cars back.
Yeah.
Okay. In the summertime, I guarantee you're not going to be able to find a space. You're going to have to wait for somebody to pull out. Okay. So you have to account for that. I mean, they are covered up. In the summertime, they are off the mountains. We went, like he said, in October, and we ended our weekend, and it was, October 22nd, I think it was? October 22nd, it was wintertime, okay, the beginning of wintertime, and almost Halloween, and we went, and it was a Saturday night. We stayed in Cades Cove Campground, and we broke our tent down, got our campsite cleaned up, and we were out of there by 7 a.m. Okay, and Cades Cove Campground, by the way, you not only don't have an internet signal, you don't have a phone signal in Cades Cove Campground at all, and so. You won't get a signal until you get closer to the visitor center in Cades Cove in the park, because they have to have it for their registers and computers and stuff. But we got out to the entrance to Cades Cove Park to go through the park at 7 a.m. October 22nd, and there were a miles long line of cars ready to go into the park. And people will not pull over, even though they have pullovers like this. They have pullovers like this, like every 10 feet. And people will stop in the middle of the road. And it's one lane all the way through, one lane and one way all the way through. And to get back to some of the side roads, like the historic churches and stuff, is even worse. So, I mean, they're just people everywhere. So be aware of that. I would say the best time to go to the mountains is in the fall or the spring, or even late winter, like now. I'm sure the further up you get into the mountains, you're going to get snow. But I mean, look at it today. It's a little cloudy. You got a little bit of sun coming through, but it's 30-something degrees, and it's starting to warm up. And it's just beautiful.
It wasn't warm down by the waterfall.
But getting back to my point, these towns are really close together, but the speeds and the roads can be a little bit dangerous and a little bit treacherous. So you have to account for that. Like I said, don't plan a 2-day trip to an attraction, or if you want to go to 10 towns. If you want to go to 10 towns, then yeah, you need a week.
Yes, we spent half an afternoon in Saluda,
Yeah.
and 2 or 3 hours in Tryon.
Right.
And we needed a whole day. We could have done those 2 towns probably in a day,
Right.
but we needed the whole day.
Right.
But we also did Hendersonville and Flat Rock, and plus the drive to and Brevard.
Right.
So that was pretty much drive-by a day.
So he's done his research starting as late as last June,
Yeah.
July. He's got a whole notebook about North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, and this area, the mountains area, Smoky Mountains area. So he's got his notebook with attractions and research and all the stuff that he's done, and we're still adding to it. And the trip that we took in October, if we wanted to see all of the things that I originally planned to see, you would literally need a month.
Or a lifetime.
Right. Yeah, really, seriously. So,
Cradle of forestry in America.
yeah, so keep that in mind. If you're going to the Blue Ridge Parkway and you're going to go all the way up through Virginia and such, you really need a lot of time. If you're going to do the Natchez Trace, I wouldn't do the Natchez Trace in less than 4 or 5 days, because there's way too much to see.
By the way, the Cradle of Forestry is closed in the wintertime.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. A lot of the state parks, even in Tennessee, southern Tennessee, and northern Alabama are closed.
There's the pink beds
For the
picnic
winter.
area. But the Cradle of Forestry is a place I kind of wanted to go check out, but closed in the wintertime. Saluda Visitor Center, or not the Visitor Center, but the train depot, they're closed in the wintertime. Now, if you have a group, you can call them and they will make accommodations because it's all volunteer.
Right.
And it says a group, but the lady was talking about somebody else that does YouTube, had called them and did a tour of the train depot last week. So if you know you're coming, give them a call and they'll probably accommodate you, because like I say, it's all volunteers. And we visited with the one lady in the visitor center in Saluda for quite a while, and she was very nice and helpful and told us all about the town, the history of the town.
Yeah. And we're going to do a whole video about our camping cabin in the state park. And we're going to do that tomorrow morning when we're packing up to leave. And we're going to show you the bathhouses, the shower houses, and we're going to show you the entire park and the different camping spots. There's quite a few people that have videos out there about the spots, but I want to be specific. I want to show people the bathroom. I want to show them every shower. I want to show you what it's like staying in that campground, because they're not all alike. Cades Cove campground, their bathrooms are atrocious and they don't have showers. And one of the stalls doors was, you had to hold it with one hand and wipe with the other. And they were cold, very cold. And the campsites are really close together. The state parks in North Carolina are amazing. And there are several that have the dry camping cabins and the shower houses that are amazing. And then there are other campgrounds that are great and affordable options, but many of them are hiking, where you have to park in a parking lot and hike for a mile to your camping spot. And me personally, being an older, heavy-set Southern woman, I want to know where the bathrooms are, and I want to be sleeping close to them.
Okay, so this is where I'm talking about. So far, this road has been very scenic and nice. If you're afraid of heights, not bad. That stretch right there for about the last, I don't know, half mile, quarter mile, a little bit dicey. Starting to feel like I'm going to reach for this handle up here. When you're looking ahead like here and all you see is sky in front of you and maybe some trees.
Yeah, but me as the driver, this doesn't bother me because I've been on worse.
Till I start getting panicky. Then that's when she gets nervous, when I get panicky.
Well, I get mostly nervous at night on roads I've never been on. If it's during the day and I can actually see, it doesn't really bother me. If there's guardrails like they have here, it doesn't really bother me. Because I've been on the tail of the dragon in a minivan with a bunch of complainers. I've been on some treacherous roads at night. I'm like, oh no, this road sucks. But it was at night and I couldn't see very much.
Yeah, if you watch our one from Coe, she had no problems with it this time. And last time we went through at night and she's like, never again.
Yeah, right. But during the day, it's fine. I can handle anything.
It didn't even seem that curvy or anything during the day.
Like the roads in
all the icicles.
So, and I've been on mountain roads in Hot Springs, Arkansas,
and West Virginia on our honeymoon. I drove down the mountain at night. Oh my God!
I don't really remember that. That was 20 years ago. But I'm talking about more recently. Last June, we were in the mountains in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Upper Iowa, but mostly Wisconsin. Like, oh, let's take this lookout road. Yeah, look out. But yeah, that waterfall back there, that was really, I really like that. It's 95 steps down and 95 steps back up. I've got my knee sleeves on, so I did okay. And there's stops in every 25 steps or so I wasn't too bad with that. It's not like hiking in the wilderness for a mile and a half to get to see a waterfall. And I'll get to that. I'll get in shape to do that. But
I will tell you, my legs did burn a little bit on the way up.
Yeah. But I made it.
Just the opposite, Cades Cove, for me anyway. Climbing up, it is steep. It's a half mile, but it is straight up. But it didn't bother me too bad. Of course, I had to stop a lot and wait for her. But coming down, you'd think coming down, oh, no problem. But you're trying to keep from falling over forward, so the back of your legs end up burning.
Yeah. But you don't need a gym. If you live in this area, you do not need a gym membership. You just need to get out in the wilderness, baby.
I was like when I looked down and see the road we were just on.
I think one of the scariest was the road to Gatlinburg that first time we went.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that view over there.
Oh, yeah.
Is it scaring you?
Yes.
Oh, we're getting up there now, baby.
The worst road is to Lookout Mountain. Sorry, that's the worst road I've ever been on, and I've done it twice now. Once with my dad driving. That's scary enough.
Are you talking about Ruby Falls?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Chattanooga.
Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga.
Yeah, that is the worst.
If you don't like heights, don't go up on Lookout Mountain.
In a truck.
Or anything.
With a smart butt brother talking about, we got 4-wheel drive, sis. We can make it down this mountain. No, we cannot. Yeah, if you have a smart butt brother, don't take him on the mountain. I'm just saying. We are leaving Pisgah National Forest. So does that mean we're on our own?
Yes. Oh, wow. I don't know if you can see this view through these trees on the camera.
I'm looking for another pullover that's got... Well, this is the parkway.
Well, we're going that way to go to Waynesville.
Okay. And we're going through... I'm going to pull over here. just out of the way. How much you can see.
Well, they're going to see what I can see because I'm going to get out. Oh. So there you can kind of see the drop down. I don't know how much else you can see right there, but there was a little bit of a drop there, I would say. It's not horrible there, because there's trees blocking stuff. But oh, there's a truck. Where are you going?
Back around here, because I've got to get this view. I just have to. GPS is going to go off for a minute, but I've got to get this view, so.
Turn left.
See if I can.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Blue Ridge Parkway.
Okay.
So yeah, we're now on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Well, technically we're
Take the
not
next
yet.
right onto Blue Ridge Parkway.
We're on the access road to Blue Ridge Parkway. And it says go north and towards.
No, we're going to check out this view, and I'm glad that we did. Because check this out. Yo. Get out and walk along. Yeah. Over there.
Then turn right.
Alright, so the parkway's closed right there at this lookout, but there's the sign to Brevard and Waynesville.
Doesn't look cloudy anymore. It looks bright
The
and
road's
blue
closed
and
up here too, so we gotta go.
Take the next right, then turn right onto US 276 North.
Look at that view. This is why they call them the Blue Ridge Mountains. They are blue. It's absolutely beautiful. I wish I could win a gazillion, quadrillion dollars so that I could have a home in every town in North Carolina. I really do.
Take the next right onto US 276 North.
I don't know, we saw a couple I don't know that I'd want to live in, but
See, and the graffiti, come on.
Continue
people.
on US 276 North for 21 miles.
That really bugs me, the graffiti. Or when they, even these wood barriers that they put up and they carve into them, or the benches at the different, places, and people carve their names or they paint on them. That aggravates me. Come on, leave stuff alone. Don't pick up stones in the riverbed.
wow. Can you see this over here, people? So there is a view yet from this little pull off, and it's
There
there
we go.
focused. Sorry about the blurriness. We're gonna have to get us something that's a little better as far as camera goes, besides using our phones.
Yeah, when I did the Tail of the Dragon, we opened the sunroof on the minivan here, and I had my webcam connected to my laptop on the dashboard, and we held the webcam up in the sunroof to take the picture or take the video.
Yes, and she's going to, hopefully this week when we get back home, look up that video and post it to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, and any other videos that I find. I'm going to go back and do some vintage videos that I find and add them to our LaBee Adventures.
And probably Facebook pictures, because I posted all of them that was on my phone going back like 2 or 3 years. But
because I'd like to post some stuff from our honeymoon 20 years ago in
some
Indiana.
And some of it you can see, like Gatlinburg, you can see the changes just from 20 years ago to the last.
And our son Battle is 19, and our daughter Katie will be 17 in May. And I've got some adorable videos of them singing when they were toddlers. And I know that they're just, you guys are out there and you're just like, when is she going to show us some videos, vintage videos of her kids when they were toddlers singing the ABC song and Itsy Bitsy Spider? Well, you're in luck, because I have those videos and I'm going to upload them. And we'll see how many views we get on them, because they're just adorable. I mean, they're still adorable, but they're teenagers now, so...
Not as adorable.
Not as adorable as when they were like... Battle was like 4, and he says, you need to take me to Walmart and buy me some donuts so I can relax. You know, and weird stuff like that, yeah. See, this is a road that I would be scared to drive on at night. For sure. Because you can barely see what's coming. It's very windy. And we are at, what's the elevation we're at?
I have no idea.
Over 3,000 at least.
High.
At least.
Way too high.
Wouldn't you say at least 3,000 to 3,500 elevation?
Yeah.
At least.
As I said on that other video, though, you can tell when you're in eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina, because where we're from in Iuka, Mississippi, you go in and it says Iuka, population 700, whatever it is. And here, they don't say population like yesterday. It said Highlands, 4,111 feet.
Right.
Or whatever it is. That's pretty close to what it is. They have their elevation, not population.
Here's a speed limit, 30 miles an hour, and that's pretty typical for this area, and some spots even lower. There's some icicles. That's some big boulders right there.
Yeah, big drop-off right there. And there's houses up on the mountain over there.
And also, I post videos of places to watch the sunrise, because you really need to get out and watch the sunrise. And in the mountains, sunrise isn't till like 7 o'clock or 7:15. So it's not like you're getting up at 5 in the morning to go watch the sunrise. But you really need to plan at least going to bed early, at least one day of your trip, to get up early and get your coffee together and watch the sunrise. Because it's almost as magical and mesmerizing as a campfire.
Look at those tree roots. It's kind of cool. Yes, I'm fascinated by tree roots and rocks. When we went to...
And the history of these places.
Yes.
You really need to learn your history of these places. And if you get the chance, if you meet locals, point the camera at them if they'll let you, and tell their stories. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh yeah. And speaking of smart brother-in-laws, when we went to Cades Cove with him, I take a picture. I don't have my camera anymore. My battery compartment broke, my still camera. But I take a lot of pictures. And so he started out, I think he was being a smart butt about, look at that tree root. Look at this. Look at that rock. Well, then I think he started enjoying it. But he complained the whole trip and said he didn't like going to the mountains. He didn't like this. He didn't like that. And then as soon as we got home, he's like, when are we going to move up there?
Yeah. When are we going back?
But see, we like this. And my brother-in-law and my son's like, when are we going to the arcade? When are we going to the arcade? When are we going to spend $80 to go ride a go-kart? Which, don't get me wrong, we did ride a go-kart one trip and we had fun, but of course that place moved and they don't have go-karts at their new location. But some of them are just a little pricey, if you ask me. Yeah.
Got some ice on the...
And I'm getting a lot of glare. Trailhead right here.
This is the Big East
Fork.
Trailhead. Oh, and as always, make sure you service your vehicle. Make sure you have your oil change, your brake checks. Make sure you have all of that before you come on these mountain roads. Am I correct?
Yes.
Make sure you got plenty of gas. Fill up your gas tank.
Yes, because you could go a ways without seeing services.
Right. Make sure you have blankets. We carry, of course, the ice chest with us. We've got water, we've got drinks, we've got some snacks. Keep it in an ice chest. Keep it in your vehicle.
Also, if you're like us, we made a side trip one time. It was just me and her coming back from Gatlinburg, and I wanted to go see this little town, so we put it in the GPS, and there was really nothing there. Not like it looked on the map and the GPS. Hadn't done research, and so we got there in the middle of nowhere, and I shut down my GPS for whatever reason. And my GPS will work fine once you've got it started, but we didn't have a signal out there.
Right.
And so we went for miles without having any clue where we were at until we just happened to run into some bikers that were pulled over, and they gave us directions.
That was going over the mountain from Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge to and Townsend
to Ducktown.
To Chattanooga.
Yeah, well, we ended up at Ducktown, just outside of Ducktown, and hit the highway going over to Cleveland.
But we had no signal. We had no clue.
No clue where we were at. We were just driving in the direction we hoped was home.
And like he said, we finally saw some bikers that were pulled over.
And it is a good idea if you got going somewhere where you do not know if you're going to have GPS signal, to go ahead and have some paper maps just in case.
Right. Because
again, I wasn't prepared. Usually I have, if we're going to Tennessee, North Carolina, I'll throw the maps in the car, and I did not this time.
But make sure you have a good serviced vehicle. Make sure the engine works. Make sure you got a tune-up. Make sure you got good tires, good brakes, and plenty of gas. Whenever you get the chance, fill it up. And do like I do. Go to your grocery store and pick out 3 or 4 different blocks of cheese. Cut up your own cheese. Make a charcuterie board. Make up a plate of meat. Something to make a sandwich with. Trail mix. Make sure you have plenty to drink. Make sure you have plenty of blankets and pillows. sweaters and coats, because you don't know what the weather's going to be like from one minute to the next. You know, I mean, we lived in mid Missouri, right? Southern Missouri,
Yeah.
And we had for New Year's week one year, it was 70 degrees, and then the next year was 25 degrees and snowy. So you just never know what you're gonna, and especially like he said, in the mountains, it could be 70 degrees in Gatlinburg, and you go up on Klingman's Dome and it's 50 degrees. And like I said, a lot of stuff is closed during the wintertime. Like Klingman's Dome, you can't get up there.
You can hike up there.
You can hike up there, yeah, but you can't drive up to the parking lot. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, I know.
You can't drive up there. It's closed, I think, between, is it October or November and
March, maybe, I don't know.
February, something like that. So if you're going to Gatlinburg, you're going to the mountains for Christmas, a lot of stuff's going to be closed.
But it is Gatlinburg for Christmas. You might as well expect a lot of traffic, but
Right.
it is a fun experience to do at least once.
Well, for Christmas, yeah, but it's so busy because everybody's there for Christmas.
Yes.
And we went to Walgreens and we got a little tree, and we went to sit on the mantle over the fireplace, and we just got a really good deal at the time. We rented a condo, Town Square by Exploria Resorts, and it was $138 for a one bedroom with a jetted tub, separate bathroom, fireplace, fold out couch, full kitchen with a stackable washer and dryer. $138, and that's cheaper than most hotels. And they had, they have hot tubs and indoor pools and stuff like that, but
And they have programs there.
yeah,
It's
they
like
have programs.
The kids made Christmas ornaments, like refrigerator magnet Christmas ornaments,
Yeah.
and they learned how to draw a bear. And one night they had dulcimer music with wine
Well,
and
that
cheese.
was in June. That was for my birthday.
well,
yeah.
But if you stay there, they always have activities.
They have tour buses up
they have
onto the mountain.
buses for a small fee. Don't they charge you a little fee?
No.
Oh no, that's
no,
free
it's,
with your.
it's free with the resort.
Yeah, but you just got to, for like that, for the tour, you got to sign up so far ahead of time. Like, not like weeks in advance, but like the day before. If you check in that day, you probably do have to tell them, hey, I want to go on this excursion. But if it's like the next day after you check in, I think you got to sign up so far in advance. I'm just rambling on now.
Yeah, I am too.
But I don't know
There's
if you
just-
can see this. We're running
But
along.
that's the whole purpose of our LaBee Adventures. It's not to show off all the places we go to, all the fun we get to have, but it's to highlight and share with you folks where you can go to have adventures, and how you can save money doing it, and to show you places before you go there, because that's how I am. I want to know how places are before I actually go there, if it's worth going there, if it's
Yeah.
dangerous, if
Yeah.
or if I need to see it. And I'm going to show you places that you guys have got to get out and go see.
Yeah, we've watched so many YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So
And then
many.
there are people that just can't afford or don't have the resources, don't have the health or any way to travel, that will never get to see any of this stuff. And you can enjoy our videos and go there with us on these adventures. And you can ask questions. If you want to see a video of a certain place, let me know. Email us.
Yes,
If-
because we're always looking for travel ideas anyway,
Right.
especially if it's within I'd say 10 hours of our house. Because
Yeah.
if we get a long weekend, we can do 10 hours.
Yeah. And you can email us at labbeeadventures, LABBEEADV for adventures, at outlook.com. You can email Steve at Steven, STEVENW, Labbee, LABBEE, at yahoo.com. You can email me at April Labbee, APRILLABBEE, at hotmail.com. And also April Labbee at yahoo.com. And we're also contributors to findagrave.com. So if you say you live in Colorado and you have family that's buried in North Carolina, Mississippi, Tennessee, and say, hey, next time you're in that particular town, can you go and take a picture of my family's gravesite? And I'll be happy to do that for you. There's a barn quilt.
Yes, we're in Crusoe.
We're in Crusoe.
Crusoe, yeah.
It's like church is just letting out. So yeah, if there's something in particular you want to see, I'd be more than happy. If you want to direct us, email us, send us contact information for friends or relatives that you might have in the area that would be interested in talking to us or want to share their stories or their history. We would love to talk with them. If you have any pointers, any tips, any money saving tips,
or if you're a small town historian,
Right.
your town doesn't get a lot of interest from anybody, and you want to tell your town's story, I'll come do a video with you.
right.
Because a lot of people aren't interested in these little tiny town museums. I never get a chance to go in them half the time because they're closed when we go through, because they're all voluntary. But a lot of people don't like them because you go and half the stuff's yearbooks and stuff, and you don't know the people, so why go see it? But I like going through them anyway.
But we really want to talk to people that are, and they may not be in a position of authority in the town, but anybody who says, this is my town, this is my history, I love my town, I love my history, I'm excited and passionate about my history, and I want to share it with people. Can you help me share it? I would love to meet people like that. Look at
Yes,
this.
or even just if your family owns a century farm, and you can tell us about the history of your family.
Okay, I just found my dream home, I believe. Look at this. You've got to show them this. Look at that house. There's two of them up there. There's a cabin type house up on that
river
hill.
right here.
Do you see that?
My
That
fly,
ridge?
yes, my fly fishing river right there. And
You've
there's
got a
two
pasture
houses right there.
for animals, for horses.
Big barn there, and this creek right here.
Can you see quilts and barn quilts hanging from up there? Oh my gosh. Look at the
And the
view.
little view straight ahead with the mountains there.
So when I win the lottery, if these people that live in these houses, if they see this video, when I win the lottery and I show up on your doorstep, please don't get out the shotgun. I'm coming to buy your property at whatever price you want. Because, oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They've got like a little deck, octagon, like little gazebo deck set up right next to the water. With a fish cleaning station, barbecue. They're set up right by the water to entertain. Cherokee Trail, Springdale Resort.
Yep.
We might have to check this out. Rocky Face. It's There's golf.
Yes.
I bet there's a spa too. Look at that house up there. I want with the big red barn also. Wow. I'm in love. I'm just gonna say it. I'm in love. And this is this still Crusoe,
Yeah.
North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay, we want to live here, right?
Maybe.
Oh, wow. And if you live in North Carolina and you're watching this, I want to know the secret in the sauce, because there's only been about, what, 1% of North Carolina that I've been disappointed in.
Yeah. Yeah, and the people are very friendly.
Oh, my gosh.
Almost everybody would. I'm not a people person, I admit it. But on our trip in October, I talked to everybody.
Yeah,
did I
you
not?
did.
And I've
You
been
did.
talking to people on this trip. So, yeah, there's that. Very friendly people and helpful.
They had a house fire. That's not
Yeah.
good. I mean, even living in a trailer, who couldn't be happy with this view?
Yeah, and I could walk right there and access that river. Keep moving the camera. I'm trying to get it where there's no glare and you can enjoy what we're seeing. That's a cute little church.
Now, we live in the Bible Belt, but and this is what, the fourth church we've seen?
Yeah. I don't think you can get more churches per capita though than South Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Yeah.
They have a lot of churches. We have a video from there, so
But you got
go
a
check
lot
that out.
of, you've got a lot of southern towns that have a lot of churches, so I think it's a good thing. I really do. You just have to get past the doctrine of some churches. Just crack open your Bible and talk to God and commune with Him that way, and ask Him to lead you to a church or a congregation that's going to be in line with God's Word. You know, a church
Okay,
whose motto says, "Don't take my word for it; read it for yourself." It's a good place to start to find a church, right?
Right.
Old Michael Road. It's a nice little community. These little towns, they have to be where you know your neighbor and you know everything about and everything that goes on in your neighbor's house. Am I right?
Yes.
Pride in America. I'm not going to get political. I'm just going to say, if you're not proud of the United States, if you're not proud, I'm going to say, of the people of the United States, if you're not proud in the American way, you need to leave. I mean, really. If you hate America, you need to leave. Now leaving Crusoe. Aw.
9 miles of friendly people plus one. What did it say?
I don't know.
I'll have to go back and read that later.
Plus one? Plus
Something with crab,
maybe one crabby person?
maybe. So now you know Crusoe's 9 miles long.
they're going to have a bonfire.
Possibly. There's a local flying past us.
Yeah, I'm doing the speed limit, and the locals around here, they do above the speed limit because they know the roads, and they're just like tourists.
Yeah, you said this morning, we're in Brevard already. It's because you're more used to the road already.
Yeah.
So you want a little bit faster than you have been. So we're trying not to make videos too long, but we got 12 more minutes to Waynesville, so we're going to take you on into Waynesville. I know some of our videos get long. We've been a little long-winded on this one, but that's okay. Like she said, that's the whole point.
Yeah, we're having a conversation. We want to tell you all about it. People want to know. They don't want just part of the story. At least I don't. Make the locals mad either, so whenever I get a chance, I pull over. Let them pass me.
Well, see, here's the first gas station we've seen in, what, about an hour? Since we left Brevard.
Yeah, Katie's asleep. She's got her face in the pillow back there. Bless her heart, she only slept 9 hours last night, so she's tired. Right.
So this is Frank's single stop.
Good hell.
And it's also got a Crusoe address. So if you're in this way and you need some gas, it's Frank's BP station. Make a great quote shop right there.
Tiny house. Okay.
We're going straight across. So you can see here at this intersection, you got Canton to the right, crossing the Pigeon River.
French Broad River Basin.
It says the Jukebox Junction is, oh, it's right there, soda shop. Looks like there might be seasonal too. Maybe it's just too early for them. I don't know.
Okay, and what town is this? A town?
I don't know, but there's a mobile.
They have a mobile station. They have a cafe. They have a Dollar General. They have a church, and an absolutely amazing view of the mountains.
And another church over here with a big cemetery.
Big blue house.
And big
cemetery up on the hill.
What do you call it? Solar farm.
Bethel Community Cemetery. Bethel Baptist Church.
Here's maybe another
This might be
gas
Bethel.
station.
Is this Bethel?
It could be. I don't know.
Maybe I should pay attention.
Bethel Grocery on the left, but I don't know that they're open anymore. So I'm going to guess it is Bethel.
Look at that mountain view. All you have to do is sit on your back porch and see the view. Sit on their front porch, have some coffee, and look at that view. Steeple View Farms. This old farmhouse, that's beautiful.
Looks like very well maintained.
Oh, yeah. That house looks like it's made of cobblestones or riverstone. Might be.
Excuse
Got
me.
plenty of it back there in Crusoe, don't you?
Yeah.
Is this area subject to tornadoes very much?
There are stretches of North Carolina that are, but I don't know. I think that's more in the Piedmont.
So I think they have to worry about snowstorms and ice storms here?
Yeah. If I say some random sounding words every once in a while, sometimes I'll say aloud the name of some unusual road names or try to pronounce something that
Look at that view.
probably is
Wow.
not getting pronounced right. Right, honey?
This view is just absolutely amazing.
We're getting pretty close to Waynesville. It says 7 more minutes, 4 miles. So that tells you about the speed limits too. So that's what, 30 miles an hour approximately.
I'm doing 42 right now.
That says the speed limit's 50. So
Yeah, you got to have a lot of power to get uphill too. So again, if you're not an experienced driver, don't be trying to come up here with a travel trailer or motorhome or pulling a boat, pulling a U-Haul trailer. Historic marker here. Rutherford Trace.
and I'll write these things down. I'll look up about it. You might hear about it on another video. Say, remember when we went through this place? Right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just full of trivial facts, aren't I?
Yes, you are, babe.
Or you're not going to say I'm full of something?
No, one of your favorite phrases is, did you know?
Is it?
Yes. Were you aware? Oh, and one of my favorites is, do you remember? Knowing full well that most of the time, no, I don't remember because I have menopause brain.
It was on our earlier video this morning where we talked about Bojangles. We did get some Bowberry biscuits, but I'm a little disappointed that my Hurricanes didn't score on the power play last night to get me a free Bowberry biscuit. But the important thing is they won 3-1, so go Canes. And O.P. Taylor's Toy Shop in Brevard has a giant Lego,
Like a toddler size.
Yeah.
Lego minifigure, toddler size.
Hurricane player.
Carolina Hurricanes hockey player. Okay? So, O.P. Taylor's in
Brevard,
North Carolina, on a corner. It's a corner shop. They have the hockey Lego set. If you want to send that to Steve, you email us. I'll send you my address,
Yes.
and you can send it to him.
If you work at O.P. Taylor's and
Yes.
that display is just the display and nobody's claimed it yet, you can email me
Yes.
at the address provided earlier.
If you want to send Steve anything having to do with the Carolina Hurricanes, he will accept all donations and all gifts. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it's a Brent Burns uniform.
Okay. If you want to send
Here's
him
Waynesville city limits.
If you want to send him tickets, we will buy a plane ticket, will we not?
We'll drive. That makes a better video
Yes.
than plane.
You want to offer to host us to stay in your home and come to a game with you? Oh, we're on it. We are on it. You just let us know when so we can take the time off work.
So it says we're 2 minutes from the city center. I didn't program. I just programmed in Waynesville, so it's going to take us to the city center. So that sounds like a good place to end this video, right?
Yes.
And there's a good church, cute church to the side with the weird tree beside it. I think that swerve was around a pothole. I'm not going to swear to it. I know she isn't over caffeinated today, so that's not it. There's a Salvation Army store, but they're closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
Look at that church with the steeple. They don't have a bell
Mount
in it,
Olive
though.
Baptist Church. Speaking of Mount Olive, if you haven't tried the Mount Olive Vidalia
Onion.
pickle mix, Vidalia onion pickle mix, and the
1,000 feet, continue straight.
and the Mount Olive salad mix, you need to try it. That's all I'm going to say. Go to Ingles. Buy some Mount Olive pickle products. You won't be disappointed.
Or go to the corner of Cucumber and Vine.
There you go.
Okay, so it looks like we're just about at City Center.
Wow. I'm loving it.
Yeah, right over here is where it's
What's going on over here? Are they selling Girl Scout cookies?
Probably.
Yeah,
Right.
We're not doing Girl Scout cookies.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to run down Main Street here.
They got a barn quilt. The first thing I see is a barn quilt.
I see a nice old clock, and it's got the wrong time, so it's probably not working. At least I think it's the wrong time. Now, it's not as bad as I thought.
Town of Waynesville. I guess that's their...
City Center,
Yeah.
City Hall.
And this is the municipal building over here.
There's the Blue Ridge
Beer Hub.
Beer Hub.
And we've got a
Mountain
barn quilt up here.
Smoky Mountain Dog Bakery. Oh yeah, I've seen this place before. They make dog treats. They literally bake dog treats. There's the Strand Theater.
So, Massey
Furniture Company.
Ghost.
And there's the
Ghost
Mass
Mural.
General Store. Since 1881, I believe that says. Maybe it's 87. I don't know. Can't read it yet. And look at their view from downtown. Mountain up ahead. Oh, 83, so I was wrong both times. Old brick house primitives. The jeweler's workbench. Haywood Handmade.
High Country Furniture and Design. There's another barn quilt over here. Art Gallery. Roots Salon and Spa. Tammy's Jewelry.
So you got lots of jewelry and lots of arts down through here.
Ellie's Fine Resale.
The Chocolate Factory Coffee Shop.
Bagels Square. Times Square Bagel. Ooh.
Yeah. We about documented ourselves running red
Here's
light.
the Haywood County Courthouse over here. Historic looking building.
Yes, and here is Sauced Pizza.
Sassafras
Tacos.
on Main. check out this view of the mountains over here.
Here, newspaper on my side. Did not get a picture of that. That's okay.
Over here, parking lot of Badcock and More Furniture, and we're going to end the video here. Yeah, so come visit Waynesville, North Carolina. Come visit North Carolina. So we'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. LeBee Adventures on Facebook and YouTube, and April LeBee and Steve LeBee on Facebook.
Yes, and the Facebook group is a closed group because people kept trying to publish inappropriate stuff. So send us a request to join our group.
Right. So
have a good day. We'll
God bless
see you shortly.
Have a great day. Thank you for sticking with us on our videos. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and please share with all your friends and family. And y'all have a great evening.